Good day, good love, and good way, illuminators and way showers. This is Wendy with Languages of Lights. And today I'm just doing a really impromptu video. I was sitting here making some alchemic magic with some things around the house. I am right here in my kitchen. And as many of you know, we've been in the process of moving, and so there's a lot of cleaning and dusting going on here. And so I thought today, what I wanted to do today was, I'm doing a lot of vacuuming and disinfecting and vacuuming the rugs and getting them outside. And it's springtime here, so we're getting everything clean and ready for spring. So as I was getting ready to do all of this, I thought, well, this is a perfect high dimensional health moment that I can share with everybody that has to do with making your own homemade stuff in your kitchen for things like house cleaning and disinfecting. So my favorite ingredients to have in the house all the time: white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, baking soda by the biggest thing I can find, lemon juice, essential oils, whatever is pure that you can find in scents that you love. Some of them have specific properties, and otherwise it's just scents that you love. Today I am making my own carpet freshener. So many of us buy the boxes of the carpet fresheners that you sprinkle on your carpet, and basically all they are is baking soda and fragrance. So what I've done is I've taken my essential oils that I love the smell of, as well as taking ones that have very specific purposes. So as you explore more and more about essential oils and aromatherapy, you'll find that different things heal and help different ailments, if you will. And they also protect us from insects. There's certain scents that insects don't prefer. So there's natural ways of combating insects and allergens and dirt and grime and purification of the air. So baking soda is already a purifier. You can clean your fruits and vegetables with it, as well as vinegar. You can soak a part of vinegar to a bowl full of water, and you can soak your fruits and vegetables, rinse them, and and dry them thoroughly. And they stay wonderfully fresh a lot longer because you're killing the bacteria right off the bat, getting the moisture off of them, drying them out. And so I can do a video on that if you guys want, but you just dry them out and then wrap them in, keep them in paper towels. Certain ones do better with foil. We can do a whole nother video on that sometime. But for now, baking soda and the essential oils is what we wanted to talk about today. So what I did was, I actually have this old cup that's got some holes in it that was actually from like a hand blender. So it came with all these really great attachments. And so I actually repurposed this one, and because of the holes in it, to use for my baking soda refresher. Carpet furniture. So I'm actually going to spread it on my chairs and my carpets and let it sit for a little while. Then I'm going to vacuum everything. Baking soda is automatically disinfecting, as are some of these essential oils that I was using. So what I did was I put in a few drops of tea tree oil, pure tea tree oil, because it's purifying, it's cleansing, it's disinfecting. And as are lemons. So what I did was I just literally dropped in just a couple of drops. And this one, actually I have a little eyedropper that I usually use for this one because it's got a pore spot. But I just poured just a little drop in there. And then I had a couple other ones that I liked that I'm using. I use cedar wood because I like the scent, and the cedar also helps with insect control. As many of you know, we've moved down to Tennessee, so there's a whole new, a whole new, aspect to living here and living in harmony with our environment, with the insects, and not killing them, but trying to just prevent them, and that we all have our own space. So I kind of look at it as living in harmony with everything. And so what I've done too is I put in a little frankincense. And as I'm doing this, I want to add something really important. Love and intention. And as I'm doing this, it's almost a meditation process. And as I'm adding the drops, I'm taking the essences of what these beautiful gifts, these essential oils, all of these come from, things from the earth. And we've taken it, and we've taken the best of their energy, and we've bottled it. And so I take each of these, and I bless the cedar trees that this came from. I thank them for being in my environment, for helping me cleanse my own environment, for making me feel, it speaks its own language of light. It makes me feel wonderful. Just smelling these as I'm opening them is like a euphoric experience that I wish you could smell. And I encourage you to get into this stuff. Learn more about it, research about it, find pure essential oils online. I've got friends who are in the business, so there's lots of ways that you can find out get information about it. There's books. I like to have books. I have a book about learning about essential oils there's so much more I want to learn that I don't know yet. So and then I've got some little tea tree oil for disinfection. I added literally put just a couple lemon drops in there, drops of lemon in there too, which you can hear it sizzle. And mix that up. And then I did a couple drops of lavender. And what else did I use? And let's see. And I did use bergamot. I love bergamot. And patchouli. And I did just a couple drops of frankincense. Now, frankincense is... I just encourage people to look this stuff up and let the information that resonates with you, rather than me telling you what it's for. Find out what resonates with you and experiment and explore, because each thing and each day, I've got bottles and bottles of all different scent mixtures, because citrus, for example, is awakening. Peppermint, it soothes your tummy, and it's if you have a long trip to make or something. Smelling these scents, the certain ones make you alert. Certain ones, lavender, as we know, is a calming effect. So each one, one of the age-old remedies of smelling peppermint when you have an upset stomach, simply smelling it eases the stomach upset. So we don't have to necessarily imbibe these in order to absorb the information, the light codes, the stimulation that they bring to us. So I just wanted to take a minute to show that to you, and all I did, I'm just mixing it up, and it smells beautiful. And you can use absolutely any scents that you like. It's nice to sometimes it's nice to make different batches so that you can use different ones in different rooms. If you like floral scents, or citrus, or if you like green, kind of, earthy smells like cedars and woodsy smells, whatever it is that you love. Pine. I love the smell of pine. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go look for my pine needle oil, because I love just a couple of drops of the pine needle smell. So, and then all I'm doing is I'm just literally mixing it up, and just keep it mixed up. And it'll last. You can put it in an airtight container. You can put it in a plastic bag, um, so that it's not absorbing, but I like to keep the holes in it. It lets the smell out. It helps clear the air, keeps the air clean, even with it just sitting inside the cabinet. So I sprinkled all my rugs already, and I just found out too that, well, not just found out, but I've been experimenting with making my own natural insect repellent. So I've been working with different varieties of that, and peppermint is something that I believe it was peppermint. Ticks are especially not fond of peppermint. So there's a lot of different ways that we can explore this stuff. And remember, too, that all these came from plants. So we can equally grow the plants to emit their own natural scents. We can grow these plants around our homes that are automatic things that insects don't like, such as lemongrass, citronella, lemon balm, mint. I mean, the list goes on. So these are things that we can plant around our homes. You can start, you can literally, for pennies, if you started from seed, for pennies, you can have a plethora. You wouldn't even be able to use all the seeds, probably, unless you've got a lot of space, but and a lot of sunny windows, but so the point is that we have to demand our own high dimensional health standards, and until we do, the marketplace will not follow suit until we start demanding fresher ingredients, simpler ingredients, to live our lives and to cleanse our spirits and to work. All of this is about being in integrity, about living a high dimensional, high vibrational lifestyle in just all the little ways that we can that nurture us. And essential oils can be used in your bathtub. They can be used with carrier oils, meaning I use it with coconut oil and I put it on my body. So right there, I've got an all-natural moisturization process that's nothing more than scents that I choose, that I love, and I add to my coconut oil. You can use grapeseed oil. You can use olive oil. And all these things that we're learning about, these beautiful oils of the earth that enhance hair growth. They enhance and they enhance, beautiful eyelashes, beautiful skin. Baking soda is one of the absolute best things to use as an exfoliant. It is by far better than anything I've ever bought. And I don't care how inexpensive or expensive it was, between baking soda, lemon juice if you'd like to lighten your hair, coconut oil makes one of the absolute best, and olive oil, castor oil make the best hair conditioners. The list goes on. I mean, there's so many things that I've explored, and I've been doing this since I was young. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I've always believed that the earth provides for us everything that we need. And I get it. We work. We got busy. We became an industrialized community of that we are just too busy to go back to these basics. But truthfully, by the time you add in the shopping time, the shipping time, the expense of it all, really, is it really any cheaper? And you can make this fun with your kids. You can start them with good health habits by making an hour. Actually, this took me 5 minutes. It took me longer to explain it than to actually do it. But, you can make this stuff fun with your kids and make it projects and show them that there's a better way, that there is a way that you can live without chemicals, without sacrificing your health to and your environment to a slave to marketing and television and brainwashing, that they're telling you that you you could actually use this, even this concoction I just made right now. I could actually use this in my hair. I could use this on, I mean, anything. And so it's so versatile and so inexpensive when you take to account how much of the stuff you can make. And when you get into the pure Castile soaps and you start making your own soaps, hand soaps, laundry soap, I mean, the list goes on as to where we can finally, we need to lead. And until we become the leaders will then follow us. That's the way this has got to work. Nothing's going to change until we start demanding it. So here's to just another version of high vibrational health and diet and high dimensional health in how we can live with our environment in harmony with our outside world, and learning what natural things that we can put in our environment to allow a harmonic existence. And I don't want to kill the pests around here. I just want to live in harmony where we have an understanding that, and maybe it's still separation, maybe it's still boundaries, but for me, it's about living in harmony with everything so that we're not in resistance all the time. Because this is just another way of not being in resistance, because I think many of us, the core of us, understand that using this stuff on a regular basis all of our lives, and I also have to remind myself that, getting away from that all of our lives thing, because we have to remember there's only now. And if you start this today, you can forget about what happened yesterday or even a minute ago, because you're starting new now. And once you make that decision now, you've hopped into a new timeline, a new parallel reality in which those substances didn't affect you, because that's not the you. And that starts to get a little esoteric and metaphysical and into parallel realities, but it's all related. And that's the whole point of this whole discussion, is all this stuff is related, all of it. And so as you can see, I'm already starting with the light languages, so I think that there must be somebody who's listening. So thanks everyone for being here and sharing this moment with me in my in my kitchen, in my environment, and sharing this time together of learning how we all can take Earth and its gifts and bring the outside in, bring the inside out, in order to create a beautiful, I'm just feeling this harmonic, kind of figure 8 thing. And I'm recording this on May 1st. It's May Day, so happy May, everyone. And let this new energy engage you and enlighten you, and show you that there's other ways that we can approach our everyday life that stimulates the next thing. And I was just thinking about my honey over here, literally my jars of honey, and that even assisting people with their seasonal allergies, if you consume local honey from the flowers, in your local area, it helps you become in harmony with your environment around you, and and it helps your seasonal allergies literally disappear. So that's another thing that really, really is part of, boy, this stuff really smells just amazing. I feel like I'm like high on aromatherapy. So, because it really does, it makes you higher. It's a high dimensional experience. So, and I just wanted to kind of go back just a second to the intention that when I'm putting this stuff together, I'm not only showing gratitude for the earth and the substances from which these beautiful oils came, but I'm also imbibing into it my own energy, my own love, my own energy clearing from my home, to say that as I use these products, that as I'm sprinkling it, it's like my fairy dust. It's my way of bringing the elementals and the elements with me into my home, and this showing of gratitude of using these earth elements to clean our environments, our bodies, our spirits. When we smell this stuff, it's a spiritual experience. All of this is a spiritual experience. We are, even this three-dimensional physical reality is a spiritual experience. It's your spirit having a three-dimensional experience, just like your spirit has a 4, 5, 8, 9, 11 dimensional experience. That's what this is. So it's all a part of this spiritual experience. So thank you again for being here. And to all of us and the earth, I am in deep gratitude for its bounties and my ability to share all this with you today. So I invite you, I invite your questions. I'm still learning, I'm still exploring. If you guys want to do hangouts about this stuff, I'm open for it. I'm getting settled and getting my internet stuff taken care of here. Our internet situation is a little different here, so I've got some internet challenges that I'm working with. So, but I'm ready to start just being able to spend more time with all of you and sharing this stuff and answering your questions and doing hangouts and doing light language hangouts and activations and private sessions. And so here we are. Happy 2017. Happy May 1st. Today's a 7. So today, thank you guys. 7 is the number that symbolizes spirituality. So explore that. Look up these angel numbers. Explore the number 7. So see, you guys, all of this is all about high dimensional health. So I love you. Nosotros yapakula etosono korofdose elaketishinikides etosonia la shetasa lekara naha. Mahala. Love you.